What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks. I'm Jared, and I'll be going through some of my favorite picks on PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. That way we know that you're following along. Also helps you to get notified when these shows are posted. We do them just about every single day. There's a decent slate of games. Also, if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks and you wanted to give it a try, you sign up there using promo code WINDAILY. That'll get you a 100% deposit match up to $100. We will also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period of Win Daily Gold for you. Get you access to all of our daily articles. Also get you access to our Discord, where we're constantly talking about picks for both DFS and PrizePicks. So go sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So we've had a handful of days off. It's the first real big slate since Sunday, thanks to the All-Star game. It was a nice little rest for us, but baseball is back. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can make some money tonight. So the first place that I'm going to go with tonight is we're going to go with a no runs first inning prop. There's one that really kind of stood out to me, and it's going to be that Pirates Marlins game. Now, of course, anything can happen in these games. Pirates could erupt, the Marlins could erupt. Anything can happen. But just the matchup on paper is just a really, really good one. Both of these offenses are below average. The Marlins have actually been shut out. I believe it's 3 consecutive games. It's well over 30 innings since they've last scored a run. In the game prior to their streak of 3 games where they've been shut out, they scored 1 run in that game. This offense is just really bad. They did get some relief yesterday with Jorge Soler coming back, but he's been having a miserable season, so he's not really a game breaker for them right now. The Marlins are going to be facing off against Jose Quintana, most likely. He hasn't officially been named the starter today, but it's all eyes are pointing him to making a start tonight. Very well could be his last start in a Pirates uniform, so I expect him to come out pumped. He's been pitching pretty well over the last month or so. He did have a rough outing in his last outing, but that game was in Coors, and anytime a pitcher has a rough game in Coors, you kind of have to take that game with a grain of salt because, again, it's Coors. The Marlins this year have been brutal against lefties. They have just a 74 WRC and a 602 OPS. So I fully expect them to struggle again today against Quintana. On the other side of the ball, we have Braxton Garrett going against the Pirates. I believe Brian Reynolds is still going to be out today, so that's another big hit for that lineup. But Braxton Garrett's been really good this season, especially over the last month. Over the last month, he has an ERA of just 3.18, and his xFIP is right in line with that. So he's not getting lucky. He's pitching to his talents right now. I expect this to be a low-scoring game. I expect both teams to struggle to score some runs. So we're going to go with the under or the no for the first run innings allowed in this one. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be a hitter fantasy score, and it's going to be Marcus Siemian. Really love this spot for the Rangers tonight. Although it's being played in Oakland, it's still a great spot for them to get some offense. They get a nice matchup against Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin has been getting extremely lucky over the last month. He's got an ERA of just 3.34, but he has an xFIP of 4.61. Anytime I see that big of a disparity between that, it really means that the pitcher is getting extremely lucky. If we look at some of the metrics for Irvin, he gives up just a ton of contact at 84%. It's one of the top numbers of any pitcher on the mound tonight. But most importantly, of that 84% contact, 43% of it's hard hit. So he's giving up a ton of hard contact. He's giving up a ton of fly balls. At some point, his luck is going to run out, and it's going to run out tonight against the Rangers and Marcus Siemian. If we look at what Siemian has done over the last month, he's got a 375 ISO against lefties, a 482 WOBA against lefties. So he's in a great spot. Our model has him close to 10. So we're going to go with the over on this 6.5 hitter fantasy score. Just love the spot for the Rangers tonight. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be Josh Bell and his 5.5 hitter fantasy score. He gets a really nice matchup against Zach Gallen tonight. Gallen's also been struggling over the last month. Over the last month, Gallen has an ERA that's pushing 6, and he has an xFIP that's pushing 5. So both of the numbers indicate that he's just not in good form right now, and he's somebody that we can absolutely attack. He's been making a ton of mistakes on the mound. He's given up 11 barrels over his last 22 innings. Giving up an average of 1 every other inning is just not good. And with a professional hitter like Josh Bell, he can absolutely do some damage against Gallen. Gallen throws a ton of fastballs to lefties about 69% of the time. This is a pitch that Josh Bell just crushes against righty fastballs over the last few years. Bell has a 239 ISO and a 401 WOBA. So just a great spot for him tonight. Our model has him at 9. So we're going to go with the over on that 5.5 hitter fantasy score. There's definitely some value there. The final one that we're going to go with is we're going to go with a little bit against the grain because we really don't need a whole lot for this one. And we're going to go with the Rougned Odor and his half total bases. The Orioles are actually going to be one of my favorite spots for offense tonight against Jameson Taillon. Taillon has been struggling. He's been giving up a lot of home runs, giving up a lot of barrels over the last month or so. And when you attack Taillon, you attack him with lefties. Lefties this year have a 478 slugging percentage and a 330 WOBA. All we need tonight out of Odor is a single. And with him getting the platoon advantage, I absolutely think that he can do it. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if he homers against Taillon. This is such a good spot for the Orioles tonight. So load up on them in DFS tonight if you're playing some DFS. So again, we're going to go with the over on this half total base just because we really don't need a whole lot for it. And with Taillon not pitching too well right now, it's a good spot for him. So if we do a recap of where we're going today, we're going to go with the over on the Pirates we're going to go on the under on the Pirates and Marlins starting pitchers, giving up a run in the first inning. We're going to go with the over on the 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Marcus Siemian. We're going to go with the over on the 5.5 hitter fantasy score for Josh Bell. And we're going to go with the over on the total bases for Odor. Some of the other ones that I do like tonight that aren't going to be a piece of my core, but some of the strikeout props, the Padres don't strike out a whole lot, but Max Scherzer is currently at 7.5, and he's just been striking everybody out over the last month since he's come back from his injury. He's got, I believe, he struck out 11 in his last outing. All we need out of him tonight is 8. He can absolutely get there, even though it's a Padres team that doesn't strike out a whole lot. The other one that I really like is going to be Charlie Morton and his 7.5 hitter. His 7.5 strikeouts. Also a good spot against an Angels team that just strikes out a ton. If you take out Ohtani and Trout from that lineup, it's a very poor lineup. So Morton can absolutely ratchet up the strikeouts tonight and go and get up to double digits against this lineup. So they're not part of my core 4, but I do like the over on the 7.5 strikeouts for both Scherzer and Morton tonight. So those are our picks. If you end up using them, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. If you have any questions about your own picks, just make sure to drop some notes in the comments. Happy to answer any questions that may have. Baseball's back, folks. Let's make some money. Good luck, everybody.